There is a lot that bothers me about Daniel. And the more I listen to him, the more I am bothered by him. And it is not about anything that has to do with any of the rumors. I don't listen to rumors anymore. I also encourage you guys not to pay attention to any guesses and claims that are being broadcasted all over YouTube, which usually turn out to be inaccurate. I heard somebody said this or somebody said that, and then there is a source, and the source is AI. I want to caution you because we don't need anything except the statements, because he's telling us what had happened. And what is very interesting, in the private messages that Daniel sent, he insinuates responsibility that Malaya supposedly had with the disappearance of her children. And what is very curious to me is the fact that he trashes her. She had the guilty look on her face. Uh-oh, why would you say that? Unless you want people to believe she had something to do with the crime. And of course, he is leaving out anything about himself, as if she would have been the only one who had something to do with it. He is leaving himself out. He is not saying, okay, I had something to do with it, and so did she. She knew about it, she participated, what have you. No, he's only pointing the fingers at her. Why is he doing that? And then, at the end, he says he loves her, he wants her back. Pass it on to her. I want you to remember the Daniel that you first met. What does it tell us? When a man, on the one hand, trashes his woman, or his ex, or the woman he hopes to be his woman again very soon, he trashes her. And then, oh, by the way, but I love you and I want you back. And remember us when we first met. Remember how nice I was to you. Remember, this can be us again. This promise, this never ending promise. This, my friends, is a clear sign of somebody who is in some form abusive. Yes, you are stupid, you are bad, you are a bad mother, you cannot do anything right, blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, but I love you. And don't worry, I'll take care of you. Have you ever tried to get somebody back? Would you have trashed that person in your plea to have them back? Or would you have rather admitted to, I've not been a good partner to you? I took you for granted. We hear these things all the time, right? But what we don't hear is the type of stuff that Daniel said. He is sending a warning to Malaya, a message to her. I want you back, but under my condition. You can come. She would be crawling back to him. Can you imagine her getting back with him after he told the whole world she had this guilty look on her face? In the midst of a missing children's case, he is pointing the fingers at her. Of course, Malaya knows Daniel's part in this. So the message he's sending to her is, I didn't do it alone. You knew about it. You had something to do with it. You're going down with me. And by the way, the reason he's saying that is because he's fearful he will be the only one going down for it. She can play, or she can, maybe they'll get her a doctor and diagnose her with something. Maybe they will say she was a victim of abuse and coerced into something. I have a feeling, and I express my feelings, and I state first, this is only my feeling. She may not suffer as many consequences here because people will look at her as a woman under his thumb. He called the shots. He made the rules. Dude is extremely talkative. Even when he is wrong, he needs to be seen as right. She is very quiet and simply disappears. And even if she had something to do with it, people will see certain dynamics here. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. I keep that one in mind. And even though it's a generalization, it holds true most of the time. There are certain patterns that we develop. So maybe he was the type of person that wouldn't shut up ever, even when he was in the wrong. And he didn't offer Malaya an amazing life. So a lot of times men like that, they want to keep their women by making them feel like this is the best that they can do. So they point out her flaws all the time. And that's what he did in the private messages. And imagine he is saying that to a stranger who happens to have a YouTube channel. And I don't know if there was ever a proper agreement. Yeah, I need to ask them. Was there ever a proper agreement? Did Daniel ever say, because that part is left out there. I don't see the question, hey, Daniel, by the way, may we publish this on YouTube? But you know what? Since he made that plea at the end to get her back, yeah, maybe he was cool with it. He acknowledged in the beginning that YouTube is not regulated. And she identified herself as somebody connected with the YouTube channel. And she had I don't know, was it Belinda that, I don't know, I don't pay certain things, I don't pay that much attention, and I don't want to pay attention too much. Because otherwise, I get too sidetracked. And I want to only look at the statements. And they're easy to overlook. It's very easy to get lost in anything surrounding a case, if you will, and lose complete track. And then say, oh, well, let's go back to the statements. I like to look at the statements and their own words. I don't like to hear guesses when the drug party was. I don't like to hear guesses about, I'm listening to Logan telling me that Malaya has a child. She has Meadow. And something about Logan's language, Daniel's cousin, putting Malaya down. It's all Meadow, 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 Meadow. And the moment that her mother got to her, she is suggesting that Malaya has a very weak mind. And I think they tried to railroad her. You're going to give the baby to Logan. Now, they already put the clothing, everything in Logan's car. Yeah, you can come with me too if you want, whatever. But that's what we're gonna do. They made a decision for her, and Logan seems very bossy, man, doesn't she? Doesn't she when she talks? Like she knows everything, and she is some sort of a moral authority here, and um, I think that there's a very strong history of them having all the impression Malaya doesn't have a mind of her own at all. Her mother got to her. That's suggesting that she is a candle in the wind. Whoever gets to Malaya first can control her. That is the impression that they have of her.